Hey guys, welcome back. Gal Pal Nails here. Of course, it's Jen. I'm sitting outside. I'm sorry if it's loud or you're hearing water or birds or anything like that, but it's a beautiful day in Florida. So today I am going to use builder gel for the first time, so you will learn with me. This is my first experience with it. I have some sad little nails. 3 of my nails on each hand need to be extended. They are very short, they were breaking and weak, so I am going to go ahead and extend those. So this is a base gel that I am putting on my nails. I went ahead and cured that. I don't know why that video did that twice. That's weird. I'm using iMovie for the first time, so I apologize. I'm putting the base coat on all of my nails, and I'm going to cure that for 30 seconds. You do have to have the base gel on there in order for your builder gel to stick. So the one thing I would say is if you're new to doing this and you're going to go kind of slow or do one nail at a time, after doing all of them at once, I think I would decide to cure them individually, only because I think you kind of want them to still be a little tacky and sticky when you're applying your builder gel. And since I did them all at the same time, kind of manipulating things, they weren't quite as sticky when it was time to put my builder gel on. So that's what I would do. I would do one nail at a time. So these are my Triple D forms, using them for the first time. So they do have the numbers for length as you go up, from your free edge up. So that's how you know which way the form goes on. It'll be the number 1 is closest to your finger, and it goes higher as the length gets longer. So these are pretty petite. I have small hands, so it was a good fit for me to fit that over and snugly under my nail. So I am just going by what I know for how to put on forms. So I did trim down the edges a little bit. It was a little bit too straight across my nail. It was very square shaped, so I kind of took off the edges to make it more round, and the form did fit a little bit better. So go ahead, I will tuck my nail under there, and then I know that I want the form to be as straight as possible off my nail. Make sure it's not curved, angling to the right or to the left. And I did find that if you leave the form where I'm pinching right where it was right there, where my fingers were right by my free edge, make sure you pinch that to the width that you want your nail. What I found was when I did this first nail, the form was a little bit too wide, so the gel obviously ended up being a little too wide for my finger, and I had to do a lot of filing. So pinch it a little bit to fit just how wide you want your fingernail to be. Another tip that I found is you want to get a pretty hefty glob of builder gel and put it right on your nail. Here on this entire hand, actually, you will see that I did little bits of builder gel, and it kind of made it lumpy and bumpy in some spots because it levels the whole bead together. So I leveled a little bit, and then I had to grab another chunk, and it leveled that, and then another chunk, and it leveled that. So it's leveling in all these kind of different places and depths and widths and things like that. So I figured it would be a better option if you take a full bead, for lack of a better word, a bead of gel, place it on there, and manipulate the one bead. I did that on my right hand. Actually, Stephanie did it on my right hand. She's like, I think we should use just one giant bead. And the nail turned out so much better, very smooth application. So that is what I would recommend to do there. But as far as turning your finger, you want to make sure that you are leveling your gel, and you want to try to create an apex as much as you can by going down the middle of your nail and towards your cuticle, and then away from your cuticle right at the center of your nail, right about there. You're going to want to go back and forth and make sure that you have a nice apex or a curve to your nail. So you kind of want to take the gel and kind of just lightly drag it back and forth. And look at your nail from all angles to make sure that you have a well-built nail. This one you'll see when I remove it, it does have a little bit of a dip and a divot, and I did end up going back and fixing that. Again, this is a work in progress for me. I was definitely learning. So I learned a lot of new things and tricks and tips for myself and ways I would do it differently. So wanted just to share that with you guys. You can take your finger and invert it, flip it, so your nail's upside down, and that will help you create a nice apex as well. But do not cure your nail upside down. I did that on my thumb, on my other hand, and it was a huge glob there. So really just turn it over to get a good shape, flip it back, and still cure it with your finger upright, with your nail facing the UV lights, obviously. So I will continue to work on my shape here. And this is the first builder gel I've worked with, but I felt it was really easy to work with, even though I'm still learning technique. It was very, very smooth, and the gel did a really nice job at kind of sitting where I wanted it to. When I placed it, it did stay, but like I said, it was self-leveling. So it was a really nice product to work with. So I am showing how you put on a form here. You pop out that centerpiece and you reinforce the top section with the piece that you popped out. So you just kind of flip it over and stick it on there. So I did end up curing my nail, that thumb there. I ended up curing it for, I want to say I did 90 seconds. I did a 60-second, and I mean, it did seem, pretty firm, but I figured what's the harm in doing, another 30 seconds. So I went ahead and cured that for a total of 90, and then it did feel strong. So remember, when you are also doing builder gel, make sure you get the builder gel on your natural nail. I went about halfway up my nail, right about there, just to make sure that it had something to adhere to, and when I went to go pull off the nail form, that it wasn't going to just go ahead and pull off my entire gel nail that I already made. So I went about halfway up, and again, it was a very smooth application. No issues really with it being smooth on my nail bed or anything like that. So keep watching, and I will finish up these nails and show you what they look like after they're cured. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up shaping this nail. I will cure it again for 90 seconds. I'm sorry that the shaping didn't record, so this is about the end of the video after I go ahead and cure that. So stay tuned and we will do our next video on the blindfolded manis, and you guys can watch that, and that features these nails. Bye bye.